What if I told you that the very lifeblood of our planet, the ocean currents, are on the brink of a catastrophic collapse? Our ocean's lifeblood is on the brink of a crisis that could have far-reaching consequences for every living being on Earth. The consequences are catastrophic. Imagine a world where the delicate balance of our climate is thrown into chaos. Ocean currents are Earth's circulatory system. They move heat, regulate climate, and support marine life. Without them, our planet would be a very different place. One of the most crucial ocean currents is the Atlantic Meridional Overturning Circulation, or AMOC. This current keeps Europe's winters mild and supports marine food chains. The AMOC is a key component of our global climate system. It helps to distribute heat and nutrients across the Atlantic Ocean, but this delicate balance is under threat. The AMOC supports marine food chains essential for millions of people. For billions, the health of ocean currents is linked to their food security and economic stability. Melting polar ice and freshwater influx from glaciers are disrupting the salinity of the oceans. This disruption is weakening the AMOC. The influx of fresh water from melting glaciers is diluting the salt water, essential for ocean currents. The AMOC is now at its weakest in over 1,000 years. If we don't curb carbon emissions, it could collapse within decades. Other major ocean currents are also showing signs of instability. The Antarctic Circumpolar Current and the Indian Ocean Dipole are also showing signs of instability. These currents are essential for maintaining the stability of our climate and weather patterns. Without these currents, weather patterns would go haywire, creating extreme hurricanes, droughts, and floods. Extreme weather events would become more frequent and severe, with devastating impacts on communities around the world. If ocean currents stop, we face rising sea levels, ecosystem collapse, and dramatic regional climate shifts. Rising sea levels would inundate coastal communities, displacing millions of people and causing widespread destruction. Ecosystem collapse would lead to the loss of biodiversity and the collapse of fisheries that millions of people depend on for their livelihoods. Europe could freeze, while the tropics face deadly heat waves. Fisheries would collapse and millions would be displaced by rising seas. The collapse of fisheries would have a devastating impact on coastal communities, leading to economic hardship and food insecurity. Millions would be displaced by rising seas, leading to a humanitarian crisis of unprecedented scale. Why are these warnings ignored? Economic and political hurdles, the complexity of the science, and fleeting media attention all contribute to the lack of action. The science is complex, and the solutions require global cooperation and significant investment. Media attention is often fleeting, and the urgency of the crisis is not always conveyed to the public. We need urgent, bold action. Cut carbon emissions, protect polar regions, and raise public awareness.